Aline.
Yes, Jomanis.
Bite.
Meze neza, umeze ute wowe?
Meze neza.
Biragenda.
Biragenda ariko Kigali yakonje.
Yakonje pe, imbeho imeze nabi, dore turanifubitse cyane.
Ntabwo byoroshye. Ibihe by'imbeho bijya biba byiza, ariko ubu dufite na Tour du Rwanda which is going on. Ni klima ishobora kugira byinshi bibangamira, ariko ku rundi ruhande hari n'abayishimira, kandi abo nanjye ndumva ndimo.
Aha, wowe uyishimiraho iki se?
Iyo Kigali yashyushye ntabwo mba numva functioninga neza, ariko iyo hakonje umuntu akifubika, hanze hari somehow cool. Personally mba numva ari byiza, mba numva ari really quiet, cool, ibintu byose, no pressure, akavura kaba kagwa, abiga amasomo bagenda.
Uzi ukuntu bigorana kuva mu buriri?
Aha, n'igitotsi cyo muri iyi klima nacyo
biragorana pe. Ubwo rero at some point nyine ntabwo iyi climate ni nziza, ariko ku rundi ruhande biragorana.
Maze iminsi ntekereza, twari tumaze iminsi tuganira n'abantu batandukanye, tukaganira cyane cyane ku ruhande rw'abagabo, sibyo? Tuganira kuri I think some of them have asked them, they have given me their perspective of what it means to be a man.
Yes.
Like how men should how they should go about emotional intelligence, you know? Some different societal norms, pressure around men. Ariko, whenever we talk about men, we always in so many different ways we come back to women as well. Muri make biragoye ko hari ikiganiro wagira uvuga ku bigendanye n'umugabo ngo kirangire hatajemo umugore. Nari nkubajije nti ese when you guys have conversations about men and how evil men are and how liars of people they are and how uncertain. I know there is some good side of men that you discuss, but there's also some negative side of men, both of which is right. Which is right. Ntabwo ngiye kurengera abagabo bose cyangwa ngo nkonde mune bamwe. This is just a real talk. Yeah. So do you ever, when you guys are discussing about women, do you also involve men in the conversation when you discuss about the challenges of women, the expectations of women towards the society and vice versa? Do you also, in some ways, men come into that conversation?
I personally don't get in so much conversations talking about men or whatever, or what we are expecting from them. Ariko, I know some people, some friends around, they talk about it. Actually, women, they have, like, if I can say, some kind of complex life which demands a lot. I mean, monthly periods, the thinking about the future, thinking of the pregnancy ahead or the future careers ahead of them.
Do you also think that much about the future?
And how to balance that with their career and everything. You understand?
No, I'm curious. I'm kind of curious. You said you also think about the future, the family, raising kids and everything. I do think
about that. I personally do think about that. And one of the things that I can say that limits me or gets me back, it's thinking of myself as a doctor, being a doctor, and getting in this time. I know as doctors, we are required to spend a lot of time in the hospital. And then if I'm supposed to be spending a lot of time in the hospital, then how am I going to balance that and my future home, my children, or even the pregnancy I was talking about? Yeah. So abantu benshi sinzi nimba abakobwa bose babitekerezaho, but I do. So ni ngombwa rero kubitekerezaho kuko bituma umenya uko usetinga your future, and you set your principles and how you want to structure your future, ukamenya how to direct your career accordingly bitewe n'ibyo ushaka cyangwa se bitewe na purpose ufitiye ubuzima bwawe. So I myself, having those thoughts, of course, I have different, I can say, expectations from men or other guys around me. The first thing is them being gentle as they can, and being gentle, caring, mindful, because at some point as a human, you need to see yourself, of course, know your things, care about your things, but again, see the people around you, because that's what makes you. So as men, I think of them as supporters, as some people we truly need in this life, because they are there to support us, to encourage us, and everything good.
Yeah, that's actually a very positive side that you just talked about.
Yeah.
That actually not enough women do think about. We have mu Rwanda dufite policy y'uburinganire n'ubwuzuzanye, sibyo? Ariko many people misunderstood this policy, this concept of gender equality and equity. They have it compressed. They have an inverse of this concept to the point that Dejo Amije Prof niwe yigeze kutubwira ngo this policy came that women who were otherwise left behind can catch up with men, in terms of opportunities, in terms of exposure, in terms of potential maxing, in terms of all of these things. And then once they catch up with men, then they go together.
Yeah, right.
Ariko, in most of the cases,
some people took that differently.
Yeah. So they, as soon as they caught up with men, now they spread up.
They want to go ahead of them.
So wenda mu Rwanda ntabwo biraba prominent cyane, ariko hanze dufite movements z'aba feminists.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that.
Feminists, it's actually feminism is actually in and of itself it's a good concept. It's a good theory to say, and even to practice.
Yeah.
But some, if not most women, misunderstood what feminism actually means.
Yeah.
As a woman, would you please let me know what exactly feminism is compared to the actual feminism movement that's ongoing in the Western countries? Because what we hear the most from the social medias and everything, feminism as a whole revolves around an idea that women don't need men at all. Like they can do anything. Yeah?
Yes.
Like, okay, go ahead.
Okay, as you were saying, a lot of people get what being a feminist or feminism differently and incorrectly, because some women think that, of course, they don't need men. They don't. Okay, I don't know what they think, because we actually need men. We need men and need men. So those kind of people, they think they can do everything on their own without needing any support from men or whatever. And thinking of that, this will lead to them, if I can say, they are going to live in their own world, like batekereze mu buryo bwabo, bumve ko ari bo bagomba, decision making ari iyabo bonyine, ibintu byose nyine bumve ko ari bo bireba, and the men are not involved. And this thing will lead to inequality ya yindi twavuyemo mbere, hahandi twumvaga ko women are left behind. Noneho if this thing is going to be supported, now men are going to be left behind. If it's going to be hardly supported, icyo nicyo cyatuleadinga into. That's why, dear women, you're not supposed to think that you can do everything on your own, because of course you need men. And as we've got a chance of being given a chance to catch up with where men were, we've been given chance to education, to good careers, to not staying at home and being left behind in any way. So please, we need men. We need kuzuzanya, gukorana. We need each other to get further from where we are now. Yeah.
These are her ideas. These are her points of views. I did not force her to say this. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Not. Okay, so that's very nice and very kind of you to say, kuko uri muryango nyarwanda wubakiye ku bwuzuzanye hagati y'umugabo n'umugore, bakazamura abana, bakazamura umuryango, bagatera imbere, bakubaka igihugu, sibyo? So whenever, even the kids as they grow up, at some point in their lives, they're involved in the family decision making.
Definitely.
So muri izo mpande uko ari eshatu, iyo rumwe rusigaye inyuma, nta hantu umuryango ubujya. Akenshi umuryango
urasenyuka pe. Imagine wenda turi nka famiye, there is a wife who has a feminism, nyine ufite izo thoughts za feminism, afite umugabo we n'abana be. Of course nimba bari mu rugo azishyira hejuru. He's going to be like, I can do everything. Nimba nyine ni wa muntu ubona ibintu byose arashaka kubikora on her own, sibyo? Nta nubwo ashaka kwakira ideas wenda zivuye ku mugabo, ntabwo ashaka, muri make ntabwo ashaka gucooperating, ntabwo ashaka gukora if you are at home as a team from home. So if they are going to behave like that, imagine the kids they are going to raise. Imagine I think those people can't even last, their home can't last longer. They are going to divorce right away, because
maybe so that we don't misdefine this feminism, ndagira ngo duse n'ababitandukanya neza, wenda n'abo dukurikiye bataza kugira ngo turi kubyitiranya. Feminism as a concept is something good. Women being feminine, because that's the nature.
Actually, right? As women, we're supposed to have feminine energy. Being feminine and I think they're different. Kereka nimba mbyumva bitandukanye. Being feminine no kumva ko you're soft. You're supposed to be soft. You're supposed to be nyine umuntu uciye bugufi, ntago uri, you're not
maybe not fragile, that someone may take advantage of you, but that soft side of women that makes a home, that raises kids, that shows the way, that leads the masculine energy.
Right.
But rather we can have this so-called feminine energy, which is rather toxic femininity. So now, when feminine becomes toxic, I think this is where it achieves the concept of not needing a masculine energy whatsoever. Yeah. So I think feminism as a whole, it's something good, and it's just in nature. It's a biological nature. God has created women not to be masculine, but to be feminine. That's my opinion. And men, on the other hand, they were meant to be masculine. There is not a single man out there who was born to, just sit around and stay at home every day and not have future plans, not look up to something greater than himself, not to be admired by the kids and anyone. No, I think that men are more performing. They're more formidable when they're masculine. And masculinity in men, I'm not talking about big muscles and having a scary voice and everything. It's rather, now the Gen Z say, when you have your sheep in check. That's what they say. Yeah. But when you have your things in order, and you, I really like to think that masculinity as a whole, it has to be accompanied by faith. Yeah. Yes, feminism, but also by faith, because faith, I'm talking about faith in God.
Yes.
Whatever the religion that you could be, most men believe in something, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, some believe in God, other believe in Allah, other believe in, from different doctrines. But faith is also what makes a man, because a lot of things can make us hopeless in life when you don't achieve as much as other men do. Right. When you go to war and you don't expect to come back, when life is tough and when the expectations from the outside are just piling up atop the other and just like that, it can be challenging sometimes. But faith keeps a lot of men alive and functioning and going amidst the opposition and the hardships of life. Faith is something that most men hold on to. A man can have a tough upbringing, and he can have a family when he has not yet achieved the dream life that he wants to give to his kids or the wife. But amidst that feeling of not being yet enough, right?
Yes.
To his family, to his peers in the society, there is this hope in every man that perhaps someday, somehow, if they just keep, waking up each morning, go out there, do something, meet some people, be a good man, a firm handshake, network with people, don't be lazy, don't sleep in, don't give up. There is that hope in every man that someday their dreams will come true. And I don't know about women. Maybe you would tell me, but yeah, this masculine energy, it comes with more than just being a man and having a masculine voice and stance and stature. It comes with a lot of things, and being able to handle pressure, being able to not collapse under a lot of responsibilities and everything.
Okay, right.
So yeah, so how is it on the women's side?
Okay, on the women's side, as we've been talking about in the beginning, about this beautiful thing of equality and equity, as we've been given a chance to go out and also work and also have future plans, have some part in decision making, we too as women we're supposed to be complementing men. So as a lady, you also need to have your plans, your future plans, not as a way of being masculine or that feminism part, but again as a way of complementing men or complementing your man or your husband or your future husband, I don't know. But you also need to get that energy of waking up early, going out there, work hard as you can as a
having a
woman,
purpose,
of course, yes, having a purpose, and yeah, so that you can complement a man, right?
Yeah, I firmly believe that women can go through life on their own
Yes.
if they choose to, because we certainly have lots of examples of women who grow up and go after, pursue some careers, pursue some big things, become very important, significant people on this planet, do some magnificent things. Yeah, and it's just the potential that our country has saw in women, and since 30 years ago, Rwanda has been trying to explore and make use of this potential in women.
Yeah, right.
And you can see
And
where
see
the
the
country
change,
is.
of
Yeah,
course.
you can see. So, yeah, I think it also comes back to the household level, when the potential of a woman is recognized and used, not just in the parliament, not just in workplaces and positions, not just even on a household level, right? In terms of decision making, in terms of contributing, to raise a family, to earn a living, to plan for the future and everything. I think families do pretty well. We know a couple of examples,
Yeah, right.
and I'm not sure if we're going to maintain this trend, especially when you see young people, right? What who we refer to as Gen Z. I'm not sure if we're going to maintain the momentum that our country has achieved so far of gender equality and equity. Yeah, obviously we're not yet parents, but I really don't know how our parenthood will be like. What do you think?
Okay, I myself too, it's hard to see what our parenthood will be like, but of course, we are a different generation and we lived a different life and we experienced different things as our parents did. So it might be something different as of our parents, but again, I see it as something beautiful. Okay, I see it in a positive side. Of course, there will be some negative sides, some negatives, of course, but again, we need to focus on the positives. So I see as a beautiful family, a man and woman complementing each other, working together for a strong for a strong family, economically stable, financially stable, because
Okay, that's something very nice ugarutseho. Ariko reka tube realistic. As much as you're optimistic, let's also explore this side of Gen Z. Dufite amatelefoni, sibyo? Ibintu byinshi dusigaye tuzi guteka, tuyigira kuri Instagram, YouTube, TikTok and everything, sibyo? Even n'uburyo dusigaye tureramwo abana, kumenya icyo uri guha umwana w'amezi angahe, ntabwo ari ibintu tucyumva kuri radiyo ngo icyo ubonye nyine mugenzi wawe cyangwa se akavidiyo ubonye nubwo kabara ko muri Amerika yareze umwana we gutya, yamugaburiraga ibi ngibi, ukabona uko umwana angana, uko ameze, ugahita uvuga uti nanjye I have to. Hari ukuntu Gen Z usikoringa kuri Instagram ukagenda usevinga utuvideo ukadusevinga ku ruhande. It could be some recipes, it could be some, baby tips, it could be some relationship tips, it could be a lot of things.
I know.
Yeah. Utu tuntu tugenda tubika ubu ni duke turi gukorerwa mu Rwanda, sibyo? Kandi u Rwanda rufite umuco. We have a culture that we need to maintain and keep it alive, sibyo?
Yeah, right.
I'm not sure niba izi telefone, kubera ko realistically nta bagenzi bagipfa kureba amakuru kuri televiziyo ngo wagere mu rugo cyari yacanye televiziyo washyiremo amakuru saa 2 kuri RB yakurikira amakuru.
Tukiri n'abana ntabwo twayarebaga.
Yeah, actually nuko wenda icyo gihe n'ibintu byatwe exciting cyane harimo mu movies n'iki byose, ariko ababyeyi baza kureba natwe by proxy natwe tuba dukurikirana amakuru. Ariko ubu
n'abantu bakuru normally they are no longer taking a lot of time watching their TVs bareba amakuru. A lot of people ufungura Instagram amakuru yakugeza, so n'ibintu uri bubone from the TV they are not new to you. Yeah, that's why.
Okay, so so that worries me so much. It worries me. I know I shouldn't be worried about this, but something just feels off, when you ask yourself, with this fast developing world, especially in terms of technology. Now we have artificial intelligence where we tend to ask, we prefer to ask AI almost anything,
I know.
When you akantu gato ushobora kwibonaho, just a small, when your stomach is bloating and everything, now you go to chat and then you ask, I've been feeling this and this and this, what do I do? What kind of medications should I?
And like 80% you get the right responses.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's right. But then we're kind of also trying to, I'm not sure if Grok or OpenAI understands Rwandan culture enough to advise. Let's say if a lady, they have a situation at home, maybe a situation that needs counseling or that needs people to just sit together and tackle down some things. Ariko we agaprefaringa kubaza ChatGPT. Even on some financial decisions zasabaga ko abantu bashyira hamwe bicara hamwe. Now people just prefer to talk to the AI. Yes. Which is effective sometimes, but I'm not sure if in the next 5 years it will. I feel like we're just drifting away, too much away from the reality and from each other. Isolating ourselves more farther and farther. Similarly, ababyeyi ntabwo bakibonera. Okay, I'm not going to condemn parents, but realistically, given the amount of work that's out there, n'ibintu dufite kuri telefone bitwokipa bitwenteresa, ntabwo abana bato bakibona attention y'ababyeyi cyane. Amadevoir ntabwo hari abatakibikurikirana cyane. So that's why I'm worried about our generation now.
So Giovanni, you're so right about this, because our generation is so different and a lot of people can't see what's coming next because it's so complex. But again, we need to think in a good way and try to plan the future as soon as we can, because if AI is now dominating, of course AI is a good thing at one point, but it has some few aside bad effects, including kutabonana n'imiryango, kuba uri self-dependent. You can't ask your colleague ndabigenza gute because you having somewhere to ask. So icyo tugomba gukora, wenda you can use this AI or whatever you having to ask, you can ask, but again, nitwumve ko we have everything on us. You have the people around you, you have a family to give time to ask for some ideas, advices, who might help in decision making more than AI would, you need to still consider that you have people around you. And nk'uko natangiye mbivuga mu byo tugizwe nabyo abantu batuzengurutse, umuryango uri mu kintu kinini kikugize. You don't have to live on your own, sibyo? So within this world, to be surrounded with a lot of distractions, this feminism, AI, ibintu byinshi bigiye bitandukanye abantu babona, try to focus and see yourself not on your own, but kugizwe n'abantu bakuri iruhande, ko you still need them around you, ko you still need them in your as your advisors in your decision making and everything. Yeah,
I think that's we have just explored quite a number of things.
Yes.
Nakunze kugenda ugaruka cyane kuri positive side. I don't know niba ari uko wenda ntari that optimistic ku buryo natekereza always the good side. I'm always considering the threats. What could go wrong? What's the worst case scenario? So yeah, I think that's actually a very significant side of femininity, because if a man would just be in home alone, raising kids alone, only anticipating attacks and threats to the kids and everything, I don't imagine how that world looks like. So yeah, it's good that you kept coming back to the positive side of this. Yeah. Okay, so maybe as we wrap up this conversation, what do you think now is the role of the parents that are now, we call some of them, we call them millennials now, but they're kind of they're new to AI, they're new to technology, but they're actually also catching up way too fast. You know that? When you see how much, you know, I have my mom. She always prefer to ask Meta whenever we have a conversation at home, and she's not yet convinced. She always goes to Meta. She goes to ask when we buy something new, when we don't know how to prepare some food and everything, she always asks Meta, and even the composition of some foods and everything. So when I see how she's becoming more and more dependent on Meta, now she, like, whatever, when we want to convince her of something, or maybe prohibiting her from eating something, we say, okay, ask Meta if he would recommend this to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm kind of worried the parents, our parents, who are now catching up too fast with technology, with AI, even though they're also newly introduced to this. Do you think their role will still be there, or you think that the influence of technology and artificial intelligence is also catching up with them in a way that we are unlikely to twongera kugira umwanya wo kwicarana nabo ngo baduhanure mbere yo gushinga ingo zacu, mbere yo gufata some big decisions in life and everything, kuko yeah, this age group from 18 years old to perhaps 28 niho tuba twumva turi somehow lost, kubera ko hari ibintu byinshi bishaka attention yacu, bidemanda finance, a lot of expectations, ku buryo we need each other the most, but we also most importantly need our parents. Kandi nacyo gihe duteninga kujya kure yabo. So what do you think is the role of the parents now?
Yeah, you're right. So parents needs to focus on this, because we are tumeze nkaho turi kuba mu isi itandukanye, because you uri umugenzi, you living on your own, you're no longer asking for advices or talking to your parents about anything going on, and your parent there too ameze nk'uwabaye lost because abona umwana we, they don't know what's going on with their kids, and nimba nawe wenda yaratangiye kugira amahirwe agatangira kumenya AI and how to use it, urumva nawe they are going to be dependent. Mbere ababyeyi bacu, they would ask you to help them with something going on with their phones, wakamukorera ukaba wamukorera akantu karenze, but for now they do everything on their own. Ubwo rero urumva ko
it's so scary
the connection that would be bringing between the parents and the kids, it's going to disappear. So what I would ask the parents, it's they are older and they can know how to manage this and manage their kids, of course. Nababwira kubalansinga bagafasha n'abana babo, nimba waragize amahirwe ukamenya AI, ukamenya uko ikora, advise your children how to balance it with normal life, with this world we are living in, because of course they need that, but again they also need to see the real world around them, to live a realistic life. We are advising parents to balance and to teach their kids, their children to balance, and give them some space and some time, because akenshi umwana usanga yahugiye muri ibyo, those TikToks and whatever, because they are not getting enough time with their parents. Of course umwana abona time ihagije from their parent, akaba azi ngo wenda uyu munsi papa yanyemereye we are going gufana basket, uno munsi I'm going with my dad wenda kwiga iki n'iki, we are going to a library together. Nimba umubyeyi wawe yapanze ibyo bintu, you're not going to go against them. So as a parent you need to give them time, ukabereka ko muri kumwe, and then that will nyine ibyo bizabafasha no kudahugira muri ya si ya AI ngo babe very much distracted.
Aline, thanks for tonight.
Thank you so much, Vanessa.
Don't forget to subscribe.